Hello,
Whoop, whoop.
good evening, and welcome back to another session of Werewolf the Apocalypse, Shadows over Kempten. Let me just adjust the sound, which for me is fucked, but that's nothing new. It was working until, well, now. God hates me, we all knew that. We return after last session's bit of a scuffle with the worm. The pack divided between groups to attack a few locations of interest to the Sept. There was suspicion that one of Magadon's subsidiaries was infiltrating Kempten through new pharmacies. And, well, there's a very likely chance that is true, given that both parts of the pack encountered Banes at their target locations. Klaus Rotha alongside Wolfren, a werewolf from another pack that was helping with the task, faced off against two Banes of Sickness. They're probably not doing very good for the people working there. Where they're every day probably subjected to the spreading taint. And apparently those both of those Banes were released by a broken medicine bottle. Meanwhile, in the second location, Thorsten, Alexander, and Jakob found a poor worker girl possessed by a wasting bane that was slowly eating away at her health and killing her, devouring her life. And now, pack is back together, reunite with the second pack, and a new friend they made along the way, Ramona, the Corex girl. And you all return back to the basement of Eyes Across the Web, the Glasswalker that sent you on this little job. So let's see how this goes. You are back at that basement underneath the Rat King, the Rat King, the inn/tavern the local Garou made for both their kinfolk and for traveling Garou, mostly visiting Garou, to pass by, since most of the people of the Sept either sleep at the Sept or have their own places in Kempten or another nearby village. Because there are other villages. A couple dozen miles away, but there are. You're back at a dark room with a lot of CRT lighting. It's very hot in here compared to outside, and there it is, that woman in her 30s with messy tight hair and really slack clothes. You all make yourselves comfortable. The Corex girl is still in the corner, just participating. It doesn't seem like you're superior, quote unquote, in the sense that she is higher ranking. Doesn't seem like she's bothered, or at least distrustful. And she turns at you all. Alright. Almost nightfall. That was quick, but slightly concerning. Well, first of all, did you guys get anything? There's anything you know to report? Like, how did it go down?
Just clarifying, is this Ramona asking this? Or
No, it's the Glasswalker.
Glass.
Get Eyes Across the Web. Glasswalker from Frankfurt.
Thorsten will give the smarter people in this pack the chance to speak, but if they don't, he will absolutely start just babbling on. Like, oh,
Yeah. Class sort of looks at him. There was rot in the walls, and we killed it. In the Umbra.
Right. Worm-tanked?
Yes. Banes.
Oh, I see. Well, kind of proves the point, doesn't it? I mean, I'll take any evidence you guys collected either way, but I think if that's the case, our suspicions were pretty much confirmed. This might be associated with Magadon.
Our vein of sickness latched on together.
You're cutting up a bit.
yeah, absolutely. You have to yell.
I'll have to raise the mic a little bit.
It's the pain of needing to speak loudly for my air conditioner. The facility that we investigated found a vein of sickness that... Am I still cutting out?
A little.
A bit, yeah.
It's more understandable now, though.
I'm gonna get right on the phone. We discovered a bane of sickness that had latched onto one of the employees there and dealt with it, and that's where we met that one, and he points over to Ramona.
She raises her hand as a little high. Les Walker just nods. A single nod. Just, that's like Bob, like, whatever.
If I remember correctly, just to refresh my memory, last session it was kind of implied that these two kind of do have a rapport. At least the Glasswalker has a rapport with the...
Not a report. The Glasswalker definitely knows who she is.
Okay.
A report is not the word I use for the way she acknowledged the Corex, though.
Okay.
But it's less of an attitude of like, oh, I don't like you're suspicious, and more like, oh, this brat again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we also, beside that, found some other stuff. I think we brought some of the bottles. If there's anyone who can actually look at those.
I'll look at those. They'll need a more specialized analysis to get conclusive results. You guys got any papers?
Well, we got quite a bit of papers, and if I recall correctly, actually I don't recall who kept the whole of the papers, especially since we went into fucking murder mode.
I don't think
Jakob
you...
did, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, if you could just both grabbed it and just shoved in your bags, like... Regardless, this with you.
Here's some disregarded, kind of scrunched up paper. Here you go.
I mean, I'd say it's more like a few piles of disregarded scrunched up paper. Enough to give everyone who ever worked in an office an aneurysm.
Probably.
Oh, believe me, you ain't seen nothing. Try work with the Glasswalkers. We love papers.
They do?
We call... bit of trivia for you. By now you've learned that there are werewolf septs, and that there are those that are mixed, like this one in Kempten, which is a recent development, and there are septs that are composed by only one tribe. Usually, as Glasswalkers, we have urban cairns. We have office cairns instead of camp cairns. Do you know how we call our elders? Sometimes, fucking board of directors, like,
Well, that's horrible.
Yeah, I think at one point it was meant to be satirical, but I think we started taking ourselves too seriously on that front. Very efficient, though. I'll give you that. But anyway, I'll take any papers. That's good. It helps tracking down up the chain of supply so we can cut even more brands to from ecstasy this town. Doesn't really matter if we take down the pharmacies and don't take down the suppliers as well. If they provide to the others, it's all the same. So this works. She takes any evidence you guys hand to her.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good reason for us to like report anything back, is there?
Honestly, not really.
Yeah.
Because unless you're planning to blow up the pharmacy, which those things wouldn't help either way, like, you're not taking them down. Like, it's implied that she is going to take care of that through political means.
The boring
Hey,
political means.
Yeah,
I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Do Banes usually make people sleepy?
Some of them, actually. But can you elaborate on that question?
Jakob just kind of like shrugs, looks between her and Thorsten, like, well, when we found her, she was pretty much knocked the fuck out.
Wasn't she?
Oh yeah, she's.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah, she seemed like really like sick and out of it. She was like unconscious.
well then she wasn't sleepy. She was passed the fuck out. She had a fever.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, they'll do that.
Yeah.
And we
It's
lost
horrifying.
Mundus.
It
Oh,
was
okay.
siphoning everything away from.
Yep. Yeah. Mandus said.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna take the night off.
No worries.
Yeah, which was quite horrifying. But apparently that is at least good evidence that whoever this worm fella is involved in this, yeah?
Yep. The Werf has many. The Werf? The worm has
Werf.
many. The Werf. She barked for a second. Sorry,
The Werf.
Werewolf. It's my moon tonight.
Yeah.
Actually, what moon is it tonight? Because I've been forgetting to check. Oh, this is, I'm pretty sure, gibbous. Because my little app for Foundry also shows the moon phase. That is so fun. It is a waning gibbous, so it's actually Rotha's moon. And soon it might be Jakob's moon, which tough.
Exciting. Yeah.
For context, for both our viewers that might be new to Werewolf, and because I know some players are still catching up on all the lore, being the night of your moon phase actually has more impact than just mechanical stuff. Mechanically, if it is the moon of your auspice, when you look at it the first time in the night, you recover all of your rage. So that's a way to replenish rage if battles are wearing it down or gifts. But technically, in lore, being the phase of your auspice, being the moon of your auspice, also affects your mood and makes you more on edge. Because the rage is bubbling inside you in accordance to your auspice. So werewolves have mood swings according to the moon phase, which makes sense.
Oh no, it is this time of the month for everyone all the time. At different times. Horrible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like that a week or two ago. It was great. Because I'm a werewolf and it was my moon, not because I take hormones. Unrelated.
Of course. But yeah. Is there anything else for us to do about this? Anything we can still help with?
No, not really. Now it's the boring part. This is the time we take down. Try to take this thing down without making a fuss. See, I guess Kempten has less of that. The Pack of Blood Fist doesn't usually have to do that, your sept. It's more common in Frankfurt. We have a few industrial towns in the area we sometimes hit. You come to learn with time. Being Garou and monkey wrenching is a bit of synonym. When there are those massive just operations, either spewing poison in rivers or in the air or deforesting a whole section of a forest, well, we are usually behind inciting all the protests or pressuring politics, and when it really needs to, we terrorize the place. We blow things down, blow factories up. Not that once, that was fun. Anyway. That happens. Well, not in Kempten. Black Forest is now not exactly a place people come to deforest, but... I'll tell you this because I think you should know. We always talking about fighting the worm, and I don't feel like we do enough of a job of selling it to your young. It's too abstract, too... Okay, so God hates us, what else is new? The worm is an active force, it's not just this entropic concept that's in either. And it has servants. Go on.
If I may ask, what seems like kind of a stupid question, but it has been bugging me a bit. I assume it is not only werewolves at these protests. Like, you know, I went a lot of them, and then it turned out I was a werewolf, but I didn't know.
No, you're right.
Why?
Yeah?
The big question is, like, what... Is there any kind of intent to actually, like, work with the humans?
We can.
In all of this?
If you're asking openly, with them knowing we're werewolves, we can.
Why?
Because it doesn't work like that. Because humanity has been severed from the spiritual world. Because even witnessing our true nature sends them into a spiritual terror that they cannot control, nor can we. And because you are mistaking humanity at large for your friends. You tell your close friends and loved ones. Julian right there can tell you that right now. Actually, Julian! She leans back and crosses her arm. Why don't you tell him? I think you should hear it from a bro that's at the same level, not from some old fart who knows everything. Julian just looks defeated at this. And it's a face of, like, just acceptance. She's right. I know I've mentioned my boyfriend before. Hector's... I'm gonna be honest, I never wanted to tell him. It was... The reason why I know about Fomori is because one was stalking me through town. And I was spending too much time with my boyfriend. That was before my rite of passage, I was still a cub. So of course, the Fomori attacked the human, not the werewolf. The only reason he knows is because I was forced to save him. And because I also helped my uncle's pack breed out the nest of Fomori. They're kind of making an exception. But Hector's fine. There are Garou who works with humans. It's usually the kinfolk, but sometimes we can make exceptions for especially great humans. But ask me if I would tell any of my boyfriend's parents about this. They'd be the first in front of the fucking town hall, screaming there are monsters in the forest wanting to kill us. Because when we tell humanity we are werewolves, we're not telling our close friends, we're telling governments who weaponize anything and everything and get rid of those things they don't like. I wouldn't tell anyone else that's not kinfolk. And even kinfolk can make mistakes, as I know fucking well. Pretty fucking well. Sorry, He looks aside. Karina has both Karina and Hugin have their hands on his back. Get a size. Point is, when we tell humans, we're not telling our neighbor. We're telling the government. We're telling the industry. We all saw happen just 40 years ago. And they knew. The Heich knew about us. It wasn't pretty. The Ghetto Fenrir in the last 40 years had to go on a systematic purge of some of theirs who fell off. Oh, and 40 years ago our army was actually working with some of the vampires, so either the governments want to kill us all or use us for nefarious purposes. It's not a lack of trying. We exist before civilization existed. But we fucked up at some point in our history, and then the Weaver and the Worm corrupted them. These companies we are fighting know of the Worm. They are servants. It's humans who got access to the Worm and made a pact with the Black Spiral Dancers, who are putting Banes in bottles because that makes money. It's not even much of a zealotry behind it. It's barely a higher purpose like some... well, the Inquisition did hunt us down at some point, though the leeches got the worst of that. Anyway, yeah. Hasn't worked.
So there's a big difference between the corporations that are infested with the worm and destroying the world and the corporations that aren't and are destroying the world. There's a big difference between those two? Or are they all infested then?
No, it's not every single company. Most companies fuck things up for greed. We don't know what the fuck is going on. There are a few key companies that have been sprouting up since the Industrial Revolution that seem to be connected to the worm somehow. We don't know how the fuck that happened. Magadon is one of them. They're a pharmaceutical. But they know of Banes. They work with Black Spirals. They put Banes in bottles. We also know of Endron, an oil company. They do the same shit, but on the oil business. They even cause some purposeful spills. Because they're working in the service of the worm. Probably because they've been promised ultimate power and control and sovereignty. The worm takes what's worse in mankind and exacerbates it. Even the most ordinary individual, if they have even a little bit of greed in them, if a Bane possesses them, that greed is going to become that hunger that seeks to destroy. Slight temper issues? Put a Bane in the middle and you have the most violent man in town. That's what the worm does. And that's why you have to stop them. Because you won't stop at nothing but total annihilation. And it sucks.
Dawson just takes a step back, crosses his arms, looks to the side, stops looking at her.
So yeah. There are more companies that are under investigation that we are trying to figure out how connected they are. Glasswalkers from here are communicating with the ones in both London and throughout the US. Seems a lot of those companies started over there, actually. So, we don't know if there's something even bigger behind this. There's circumstantial evidence to it, but still figuring that out. And yeah, what we can do is preserve places like this and try to make the bigger cities less shitty. And that's one victory for today. We found a bad egg, right, incubating right in the middle of town, and we clocked it right before it could do any actual true permanent harm. And now we're gonna get rid of it and double down on the surveillance to not let they even get within. Any further questions? She looks across the room.
I have one, but it's not as directly related to this, so it can wait.
It's fine. Let's go ahead.
What's a US?
Oh, right. 4 legs.
And what's a London, for that matter?
Oh, I want to see who's gonna explain that one. She leans back, grabs her coke, takes a long sip, smiling.
London.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, it's a big place. You can drive there by a car. They've even got this whole tunnel under the sea that can take you there.
Oh, so it's a place.
It's a city. Yeah.
Okay. What's a US then?
It's a country.
What's a country?
Basically, big collection of cities.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay.
Like
And he
that's
accepts this. He doesn't need any more information than that.
This only works because Alexander has seen Kempten. Otherwise, it'd be like, but what is a city?
Yeah. But from his perspective, all cities are kept. He has no concept.
I mean, he doesn't need to know more than that. Let's be real.
No. It's enough.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's funny because in World of Darkness, London is absolutely the worst fucking place. Because it's the worst vampires that are there, and also the worst werewolves. Well, besides the literal evil ones. Rather, I say, it's where the most asshole werewolves are.
Yay.
Because it's the Ventru royalty that follow Mithras, with Blargnos is my most hated section of World of Darkness lore. I hate Mithras, I hate everything about Mithras. Be fucking gone, fucker. And also the Silver Fangs, the werewolves, the Silver Fangs that are there, like, are so bad that they made the Ghetto Fenris and the Sky Singers stop fighting between themselves for territory and unite to take over Scotland and kick them out.
Honestly, that tracks.
The Sky Singers and Ghetto Fenris would rather be friends than be fucked to deal with a single Silver Fang, and this is beautiful.
I can respect that executive decision.
But yeah, still 1980. The purge operation from the Second Inquisition is not gonna happen for a few more decades, so it's fine. London is great this time of the year.
Oh, good.
Then again, your apocalypse is going to happen before Operation Antigen, but don't worry about that.
Oh well, that sounds like a problem for tomorrow's me. And I'm pretty good at laying a lot of shit on that fucker.
I mean, literally,
This
if we
sure
make
seems
an
important.
estimate until, like, I'm still keeping it to 1999 and Stolen 1 and what that, your characters will probably be, like, rank 3 or even further than that by the time the apocalypse happens. This is not gonna be covered in this game.
Or dead.
Or dead.
There's always
I
that
want to
possibility.
I want to hope that everyone's gonna make it.
Of course you do. We all do.
I'm actually gonna run this this exact same scenario after the era of apocalypse happens, after we release our book. And for those watching us, check Werewolf the Essentials, our very nifty project for Werewolf the Apocalypse. Both me and Morag are writers for it. Mundus is our beautiful director, and Van is a playtester technically, in a sense. Don't know if I'll run something that happens during the Siege of the Cairns, because this cairn is gonna stand. And this is canon. This is not even just me being biased. So yeah, we'll see this this exact same setting in the future as well, and if your characters survive, you're going to be NPCs.
Hey! Good.
Whoop, whoop.
Anyway, anyone else has any topics they want to bring up to the group and the Glasswalker in this whole discussion?
I don't think so.
I think I have like one idea. First, I have an OC question. Is it Ramona or Romana?
Romana.
Ah, okay, cool. Jakob's gonna look to Romana and ask, how did you find us again?
Oh, it was already, Discord was, I don't know if Discord was catching my voice because it wasn't lighting up. Anyway. Oh, well, actually I was already looking around the pharmacies. The people working there looked weird. And then you guys showed up, and then I knew it actually was, something serious. I hadn't figured out the Bane yet. I think you guys showed up, so... could tell.
Well, did you pick up anything that we didn't already point out?
No, not really. I mean, they got pretty popular for a while. I mean, they're the new, trendy pharmacy in town. So I guess humans like that.
I mean, in that case, if that many people go there, couldn't we just, like, ask around town, see what the whole fuss is about?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
If there's that many people going there, couldn't we just ask around town, see what the whole fuss is about from the people's side?
From what Nestmate told me, it's those new places in town, when a new business opens in town, for humans it's like when we find a shiny thing. Like it's the equivalent. It's what he told me.
Who did she say told her this?
Sorry? This is a bit low.
Who did she say that told her this?
One of my mates. One of my flock mates, one of my murder.
Oh, okay.
Why do you call it that? Murder. Murder of... Why? I mean, I like it. Just curious why human language came up with that.
I think that it was about seeing Raven being an omen.
Well... We can be omens, yeah, sometimes that happens.
I personally, it's a good omen. It means something important.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I think you're an omen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, usually when I see a lot of birds, I just know that I'm gonna have to clean up my windshield.
Oh, sorry for that. Didn't know it was yours.
Is she sorry for that?
She did. I mean, she doesn't even know for sure. She's just assuming. It's a possibility.
Jakob just kind of shrugs and says, "I mean, you're not the one paying for public restrooms, so all the power to you."
Do we have any other stuff to say to these people?
That's up to you.
I do not.
I mean, the mood went down a bit after Julian had to expose a bit like that. He looks a bit distressed.
Out of character question, was the distant police siren part of the music, or is someone having a bad time around me?
Probably you, because I don't think I've heard it.
I also haven't heard one.
Yep, not me.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. But Jakob just kind of shrugs and says, "Well, in that case, I guess that was our report."
We see if there's any more missions for us back up in Cairn.
You guys should take a time off. I mean, you already did a bunch, but always keep an eye out. Here, there's all sorts of weird rumors cropping up around town. Still don't know what that is about. But, the air's been smelling different lately. I think we should all keep an eye out. Good on you on working together, though. Make sure to let the Sept know how both your packs absolutely excelled.
Well, that's very nice of you.
That's the right thing to do.
I think that our piece has been said at this point.
Well, you're free to do what you will. Nighttime is approaching, though. If you go back to the Sept, it's going to be night by the time you arrive there. So either you're spending the night at the Sept in one of those commons, one of those cabins, or you have your own place that you rather spend on. Well, everything else from here on, just contextualizing, it is gonna be 6:30 by the time you're finished with the Glasswalker. It's already very dark. It's already basically night, actually. So take that into consideration, and you're free to do as you will.
I think that Thorsten will actually very unceremoniously just leave at some point. You know, go up his 2 flights of stairs and go to his room that he has here in the inn.
Can I make an empathy roll to see how he's doing? How Torsten's doing after all this?
Only if he's trying to hide his
Thorsten
emotions.
can't. We know I have I think 2 flaws on Thorsten that make him really bad at hiding his feelings.
How is
Yes.
how is Torsten feeling?
Oh, he's really upset. He doesn't buy
Really
any of.
Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't. He does not buy any of the stuff. You know, he has a very naive, idealistic view of how the world is supposed to work, kind of like how he imagined how things are going down, and he feels like he keeps hearing, you know, I guess I shouldn't explain what he's actually thinking, but he is absolutely upset after the conversation. He has pulled himself back, kind of shut off, and he leaves basically without saying goodbye. So that's probably a good sign that he's probably upset.
Yeah, I think Klaus might hang around in the bar. I think Klaus is going to say to Jakob, you, what do humans do here? These places.
Jakob kind of shrugs and says, hang around, chill, maybe talk to people, that sort of thing. It's an inn, so
For context, before if that helps in anything your guys are doing, it's mostly empty right now. There might be, besides the bartender and Moritz, hanging up on one of the chairs, probably napping. Or not really napping, but it's probably 2 or 3 patrons, and everyone else either is to their rooms if they sleep here, or they've gone home.
Yeah, I think Klaus is going to say, would you show me how to chill?
Jakob shrugs and says, yeah, sure, I can do that.
I need to think, and it helps if I'm doing something. Yeah. And this is just basically kinfolk and Garou, right? The bar?
The bar is the tavern. The inn is specifically a place for kinfolk and Garou, so they can drop their disguises and stuff here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's spiritually concealed. Normal humans can't find it.
Okay, then Klaus isn't going to change out of its breed form when hanging out in the bar, chilling, which to Klaus is probably just sitting and staring straight ahead.
Mood.
Yeah, just maybe basically copying anything that Jakob is doing, trying to figure out how to do this human thing. Yeah.
Well, in that case, you're not gonna have to do very much, because Jakob's just gonna find a very comfy chair, lean into it, and just start staring into the void.
I guess there's a mood tonight.
Is it are there booths? Are there...
No, not proper booths, no. It's mainly those very big, very rustic tables and chairs. And that's it, really. It's not a fancy place by all means.
I would say without any warning, Klaus would jump onto Jakob's lap, and just sit down, sit up, still standing up, but still sitting up, and just stare off into the void as well. Yeah.
The other pack is still around if anyone wants to discuss anything with them.
I think that Alexander's immediate impulse is oh, Torsten's unhappy. Torsten, there must be something wrong. And so I don't know that he necessarily follows him all the way into his room, but he does follow him upstairs to the landing that's at the top of it. And just is sending through the pack link directly to Torsten, not really inviting anybody else, like sort of empathy and companionship. There's somebody friendly and comfortable nearby if you.
You're gonna have to be closer to the mic.
God
Yeah.
damn.
I mean, we could
I still
understand.
gotta
it.
ask with the pack link. I thought it is specifically words. Can we
Is it
transform
specific
feelings?
words?
Can we send emotions?
I'd say
We
so.
send
You can
vibes?
yeah, you can send impressions of emotions.
Oh,
But
nice.
the only thing you can send is literal images.
Oh yeah.
And that's how I
forgot that.
explain is images. You can send like the vibe of what you're seeing, the feeling of it, but you can send a literal image.
Okay. Got it.
I mean, you know, if Torsten is actually being followed, he would probably he will not run away from you if you follow him.
Probably not like right behind you, but like he's seeing the unceremonious departure from the group, and he's picking up on that things are not 100% on Torsten's side, and he's like, I'm going to stay nearby. You know, that kind of following.
I mean, I think the best thing I can do scene-wise with that would probably be Torsten just like. But when you arrive upstairs on the landing, Torsten has left the door to his room open.
Does he directly invite him?
Sure.
Yes.
The pack. Yes, sure. Pack
Okay.
link. The emotion of
Yeah.
invitation.
The
Yeah.
emotion of invitation.
Emotion.
God,
The emotion
I wish I had that in real life.
Yeah,
Oh my
God.
God.
It would help.
It's so hard to
God,
be like,
please.
can you please?
It is nothing. I wish I had a thing where I could telepathically send someone like, "Hey, I'm upset and I want you to pay attention to me." That is
Exactly.
I need that.
Oh my god. The feeling of being in a public space and being like, I'm lonely and sad and I want someone to talk to, but I don't know anybody here.
Oh, at a party, if you could just project out
Oh
like,
my
"Hey,
God.
I'm talkable.
Oh, it's
I'm
so.
talkable."
Can I be an asshole?
Sure.
I don't have that problem.
Yeah, you're very outgoing. I mean,
I'm
getting better
extroverted.
with it,
Like,
too.
if I'm bored, I
and
will
you're
strike
also-
up conversation. I do not care.
I'm getting better with it.
And you're also like approachable in the way of like you're just drop dead attractive.
Yeah, you're just sexy.
Like
is the
we don't
thing.
have that luxury.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I don't have
That is a lie,
I
man.
won't speak for the rest of them.
First of all, excuse you, you do. Second,
No.
you are
Yes.
right, but I usually don't think it's because I'm attractive but people talk to me. It's just because I talk to them, and I won't shut up, and I have enough charisma to back it up. Because I made friends at a sauna, so like, actually I technically got a gig because of the sauna, so like, I have
Please
skills.
flexing their riz on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lee's like, by the way, I am the Rizzler.
I
think is
have
what he-
charisma. I worked hard in therapy
Precise.
to have charisma. I
Yeah.
can't gush about it because it was hard work. It wasn't always like that.
Damn. Good thing I'm
Well,
going
now
to
she's.
At any rate,
At any rate,
then yeah, I think that Alex follows. Probably doesn't say anything outright, like is a friend that's nearby. I think he also shifts into Ursine and just like hangs out.
honestly, it might be a bit difficult to walk in Ursine, but if Taurus and Jakob can walk around being huge as they are, you can
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Thorsten and Jakob are about bear-sized as humans. So.
Yeah, basically.
I think he probably climbs the stairs in Hamid, but then once he's on top of the landing,
There is a
Which
Which is
plot
the
hook.
door.
That is a plot hook that is planned. I don't know if it will happen. I don't know when it will happen because it kind of depends on your actions. And if it does come to that, there might be a logistical problem with space because there are so many huge people.
Yeah, probably.
And it's gonna be interesting.
But no, when Alexander comes into the room, Torsten will just be like, basically his sitting on the bed, being his normal self, like grinning at him, being like, "Hey," like giving you rubs behind the ears. Huh?
He looks like he gives an empathetic look of, "You okay? You look like you're not okay."
I was not okay, but then I walked away from the situation. I'm better now. That was a lot. I mean, it is quite upsetting, isn't it? That's not just me. That is like, it sucks, right?
I mean, it's a hard world, but I can't fault you for being upset about it.
Oh yeah, it's a hard world, but why do we have to make it harder? Kinda. You know what I mean? It's just like, just have a straight answer, and if you don't know, then just say you don't know. I mean, at least they admitted it in the end, I guess, but like...
Right.
Ugh.
I think sometimes people want to have an answer more than they want to. Or that they don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just... I don't know.
I mean, it's a complex question that probably not even everybody knows who they could ask that would have the right answer. Everybody has their own interpretation of how to fix everything. Rarely lines up with anybody else.
It is just so weird having spent like years of my life with humans that want the exact same thing as we do.
Mm-hmm.
And them saying like, oh, that is just not an option, period.
I can imagine so.
But then it is an option. It's an option for when Julian wants to do it, and the situation sucked, but like, I have friends that probably have seen me be a werewolf.
Yeah.
Like, what about them?
Do you know where they are?
Yeah, probably, hopefully.
But maybe we could, do some investigating and just seeing how they are.
Well, most
we
people
would probably want to find a good way to do that, but just seeing what they've been up to and how if they did see you and how they feel about it.
I mean, I know that one of them at least saw me, and from what everyone has been telling me, that means that she should probably not see me ever again, because it will drive her mad and whatever else. But she'll tell the government, and then we'll get hunted in the fucking woods, because that's the first thing that's gonna happen. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We don't have the luxury of simple answers.
Who does?
I honestly don't know. These answers have been all the only ones that I know.
Yeah.
But what I can say is that sometimes the question is simple enough. Going and taking a look.
You have to get closer to the microphone. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
It's the air conditioning.
Can say so much about this. Or rather, we can say
90
this so
degrees outside.
God, don't start me on weather. It's been crazy.
I won't.
No, like, it's been, like, in the morning and very late at night, like, 15 Celsius, and then, like, 25, 30 during the day. This is bugging my mind. It's not.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
no,
going
it's been exactly like that. It's the worst. At any rate, I think that if we talk to some of the people that are in charge and, ask some questions about how to do it right, we could see if we can find some of the people that you were friends with before your change and just see how they're doing. If that brings you.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I probably hurt her, and I don't know how badly, and I don't wanna.
Well, would you rather go on worrying about how badly you might have hurt her than figure out that it wasn't as bad as you think it is?
And what if it's worse than I think it is?
Then you get to decide how you move on. But you can't move on if you don't know how bad it is.
He takes a moment. He closes his eyes and like swallows something else he wanted to say. And how are the others? Did the rest of the pack already leave and go back to the set?
I think that they're just. I think we might be sleeping here tonight. It's pretty late out.
You'll be sleeping here?
Yeah.
Even Klaus?
Klaus is in Jakob's lap.
Last time he was here, I got so dizzy I could barely breathe. Well, there were more people here last time, I guess. Mm-hmm. That's nice. I'm sorry for bringing down the mood with the question.
It's not your fault. Like I said, this isn't a place that's always conducive to joy. That's okay.
Yeah, but Moritz says it's kind of. It is fair, but Moritz kind of says it's my job to keep the mood up, you know? Apparently, it's kind of what we do.
That seems like a lot of work for one person to do.
Well, it seems like a lot of work to come in here and be very nice and helpful to me, but you keep doing it. And he gives you another rub, like, on the back of your head.
He seems pretty pleased by that.
And now we gotta sneak down so you can see Klaus sitting on Jakob's lap because that sounds very adorable.
They're just they're creeping up to the awning or the railing.
Absolutely.
You can look down on it. Yeah,
like giant creatures trying to sneak down some wooden stairs.
I mean, to be fair, since Jakob has the huge merit, it is the one person that Klaus is a literal wolf can sit on the lap of.
Absolutely.
And I say this as a small person that has German shepherds that try to be on my lap because they do not understand their size. And wolves get bigger than that.
Yeah. But yeah, just saying we would probably join the rest of the people downstairs if we actually want to talk with each other or
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you sneak.
The other pack.
I will say that the other pack will at some point interject to be like, oh hey, y'all wanna talk? How are y'all doing? Like they're gonna do a checkup. Julian, I was gonna make Julian interject in the scene, but I opted to do it later. So the four of you can just talk whatever you want, and when you're ready, the others are gonna be like, oh hey, wanna hang out? To have that time to talk whatever you want until you feel you're fine.
Absolutely. In that case, Thorsten will just go over to the Jakob and Klaus pairing and be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Why are you just staring into space?
Jakob is showing me how to chill. It is very calming.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It does not look that calming, but if you're having a good time. Go on, drink something.
Sorry, what was that?
You want to drink something?
I'm not very thirsty, no.
I could have a drink. What do you think they got here?
And
Oh, yeah, I got basically everything.
And as if on cue, Moritz
Yep.
just wraps his arm around Thorsten, puts a hand probably on top of Alexander's head, depending on whether he's standing or sitting. Otherwise, his shoulder. Well, what do you want? I guess I'm in charge tonight, so I can grab whatever grabs on the fridge. You wanna order something? You wanna drink something? Try to make
I'm
it
getting
work.
blown away.
Oh no, there's a
Damn
hurricane!
it,
Ah!
sorry.
There's a hurricane! Ah! We invited this. We invited the Stargazer.
Oh god.
For context, for this joke, the Stargazers have wind-related gifts.
Beautiful. Thorsten would like turn, grab Moritz by the shoulders and be like, Moritz.
It looks at you, Thorsten.
I don't know if he talked about this. Is there stuff in here that will actually get me drunk?
Kiddo, you gotta pay attention to my lessons. You can absolutely get fucking wasted if you don't change forms.
That
Well,
is, I forgot.
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna make sure you remember.
Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah,
Yeah.
what do you kids want?
Jakob just like,
You said milk?
I mean, to be fair, Klaus could not drink milk until the first change, like after the war pup. So it would make sense if you think about it.
all I heard was kids, and I thought that was like Klaus being passive aggressive.
It was.
Oh, you said kids.
I am not a pup.
Oh, I mean, I went off milk off the person said milk. He just does not acknowledge.
I
The
mean,
complaint.
I'm sorry. You're what, 4 years old, 3 years old? How old are you?
Wait, now. That's rude.
That's rude. Okay. I'm sorry, Klaus.
So
Yes.
indignant. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, you're still a kid,
I
but
am
it's
not-
kind of rude to point out.
yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
am
rude
not
to ask
a
a lady
child.
what their age is. And I'm sure Klaus can be a lady if he wants to.
And say, Klaus is going to say, I am not a child.
You're clear.
Get me what an adult would drink.
Yeah.
I mean, there is
Very like,
He has the eatiest shit green. I'm gonna call it that. Such a shit-eating green. It's malicious. This man is wonderful and a piece of shit. He turns to Thorsten. Oh, heart dripping with ink. What are we introducing the forelegs to alcohol tonight?
I mean, Klaus, if I remember correctly, Klaus last time it was here ordered milk, actually, yeah?
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, she's got, she's probably gonna like Mäusepisser.
He collects his tongue in finger guns. And for everyone else?
I eat. I'm not very thirsty, but I'll eat. Do you have fish?
We might have some frozen fish actually. Surprisingly.
Frozen.
I'll
would I
heat it
want
up. I'll heat it up. Sorry. I'll make you some fish. I'll grill it for you.
Ooh. I mean, you don't have to, but that sounds.
I cannot give you a block of ice that tastes like fish.
That does not sound.
Although I think after the... Honestly, you never had alcohol in your life, had you, honey?
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think the taste's gonna matter.
I also did not hear what you said. So.
He was like, you never drank in your life, did you, you poor little child?
I don't think so. I've had water.
Yeah, don't worry about the taste. It's not gonna matter.
What's not gonna matter?
You'll understand.
Huh?
And you,
Well, that's-
Lamets? He looks at Jakob and Torsen. What's it gonna be?
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably have the same as Klaus, actually.
Fair? Trucker
Since
boy?
we're all adults here.
Sorry.
You gonna drink anything, son?
And Jakob just kind of like raises the rim of his cap, like, yeah, I'm gonna have a black tea with milk and honey, please.
I thought our rooms were meant to be fun, anyway. Sure.
I'm the
What's
designated
not
driver,
fun about
bud.
tea? Tea's fun.
Is anyone gonna order anything else?
Well, I think we're fine.
So he goes off to get your orders. Mind you, this man was napping until the moment someone said drink something, and then he was immediately there.
Neuron activation.
I love more.
He's a piece of shit, and he is perfect because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So him.
I mean, give it to the Bonors to ruin the group, to be the bad influence. Yeah, let's make our packmates alcoholics. That's gonna be fun.
Please tell me he brings it in a bowl for Klaus.
You know what? That does sound in character.
Yeah.
That does
Please
sound
tell
in
me it's in a
character.
bowl.
And I mean, you are in wolf form,
Just
so
a
you would
bowl.
have to, actually.
No. You're just gonna neck it back.
Yeah.
No, imagine Klaus
Wrap your
partially
whole mouth around
shifting
it.
just the hand, just the ball into a hand to grab the glass and shove it down their throat.
I love that.
I thought you were going to say just their mouth, so that it's just like a human sort of mouth.
You don't
Flattened
need your
against
lips,
the
you can
wall.
just
Yeah.
unhinge your
On the
mouth and
end,
throw the
just-
alcohol down.
Just like human lips on the end, like just on the end of a wolf's face.
Of a wolf snout. Yeah.
I hate this.
Uh,
I hate this actually. He puts a straw and
Now you have
Klaus
to
does
draw
that. Oh no, I thought what I said was terrible. Yours is worse. No, I don't want that.
It's those
all sorts of
Like-
body horror to drink.
the fucking Renaissance paintings of like cats and dogs with human face.
Yeah. It's basically like that.
Yeah, that's actually a Krynos born flaw, so...
Is it really? Oh no.
Yeah, human face while in Krynos is an actual one. I'm gonna make a
Oh.
character that's that. I don't know who, but I'm gonna, just because it's that horrendous.
It's
That is
I
the worst thing ever.
have to
That's
imagine
on
Klaus
some,
sitting around
like Tusk level.
I can't believe you did this,
Terrible.
Blarg. I can't believe you sent this in particular.
that is,
I can.
Of course you can.
Yeah,
I have to imagine Klaus sitting there with the human face, just looking at the people, like saying out loud, like "woof,
Bark.
bark."
Bow wow.
Enough. Yeah,
wah
exactly.
wah 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 wah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Much more
Also,
is such
Klaus is
pissa.
going to attempt to basically drink. You've activated their competitive side, so they're going to try and drink more than anyone else.
I see. Let me check the book for a thing. Don't worry about that. You guys, in the meantime, can talk about whatever you want. Before the other people interject.
I think Alexander does vocalize like, why was he so concerned about what I was? Why was he? What is that about?
Well,
So
concerned with what? It cut out.
Yeah, concerned about what?
With what he was drinking? What Moritz was
Oh.
citing to
Uh,
trying to figure out what drinking.
Alex, do you know what alcohol is?
Yeah, you use it to sanitize wounds.
Yeah, you can use it for that. But if you have it less strong, you can, you know, some drinks have it in it. And some adults drink that because it makes you a little woozy, makes you feel all nice and warm.
You hear Moritz screaming from the kitchen. It definitely heals the spiritual wounds.
It absolutely does. Like,
Jakob's actually gonna. Oh, sorry. Can I chime up?
but chime up, please.
Jakob's gonna like pipe up like, say, Alex, you ever eaten fermented fruit?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes the food that I would get given was kind of old, and so it would be a little bit fermented.
I don't know if it.
Lee, come on.
Are you gonna stand there and tell me that I'm wrong?
I mean, it was more rotten than fermented, but you do have a point. This
Well,
also
I mean,
reminded me of a horror story that I will tell during break time.
Ooh. At any rate.
Okay. He's gonna continue with that fermented fruit. Ever make you like dizzy or anything?
Yeah. I mean, I got sick a little bit, but like, yeah, I guess so. Kind of dizzy and whatever that way. Yeah. Is that what you guys are talking about?
Well, yeah, that's the alcohol that did that.
And you do this for fun?
I mean, to be fair, in that case, it might have also been like the mold.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
No, it's
Sometimes.
way more. Yeah.
Hmm?
I didn't want to interrupt you, sorry.
I wasn't saying it.
Okay. I mean, is way more controlled for when people actually like make it to like put it in bottles and stuff. Like, it's mostly just the good stuff.
I mean, I can't see any reason to not try. We're not doing anything, so I guess I could do something. That sounds kind of fun.
Only if you feel like it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna like.
No.
Even if Moritz is probably wanna try, we're not gonna force you to drink.
Well, no, you can't force anybody to do anything. Well, that's not true. You can't
That is
force
not
people
true, yeah.
to do. But drinking seems like a hard thing to force somebody to do. And I don't
Yeah.
think you would do that.
You have a relatively long snout, so you could probably just grab that. And...
Huh?
Also, nothing. So how is everyone? How is
Sorry,
everyone feeling?
my brain just pivoted to like what you were implying.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to go away from that.
I need
How
to
is
draw
everyone
that.
feeling about how we did? About all the stuff that we talked about? How's
I
everyone
think we
feeling?
did a good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we helped some people.
Have we gotten
I
our
feel
drinks
like we-
yet?
Hmm?
Have we gotten
I don't
our
think so
drinks?
yet. No, not yet.
No, I could say at this point, the drinks are arriving alongside the grilled fish. The smell absolutely took over the place. It's the only thing you can feel. Cheap oil and, well, grilled fish, which to me, describing this who hates seafood is the most disgusting thing I have described so far, and I have described bangs. So make of that
Klaus
what you
is sort
will.
of very distracted by the fish, and is like, like drooling a little.
I feel safe.
But it sort of shakes its head and says, "We crushed the Banes underfoot.
Yeah.
If that is what is we haven't is if that is what the worm has in store for us for now, I think we will be fine."
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think we're doing really good. I think we could, maybe we could have done more, but also it was getting kind of late and we had to report back. Maybe we'll do more tomorrow.
Well, what else would you have wanted to do?
I don't know, probably go find all of the bad pills that were in that pharmacy and take them.
I mean, there were probably bad pills in there, and apparently the glass walkers and whatever are gonna take care of that now.
Oh, okay. I wonder if. I'm just saying, I felt like it was kind of anticlimactic, and he doesn't know that big of a word.
Yeah.
It seemed like it should have been more exciting.
Well, that is well, plenty exciting. First of all, we went into a weird, the weird dream space to punch a giant leech. I think that's plenty exciting.
I mean, yeah.
But also, I think that's kind of just a space now, isn't it? Like, we do some stuff, and the responsibility is taken away from us because we're just a small little fish now.
We're not fish.
I forgot.
Huh?
We're puppies compared to everyone else.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes. Yeah.
Like we
I guess we
haven't.
do have to. There is probably more work we have to. Job.
Yeah. There was another thing. We did want to drive somewhere, didn't we? Talk to a woman.
Hmm?
There was another
Talk
thing
to-
that we wanted to pick something up, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah. there was
Fan is
something.
not remembering that.
You are correct.
Oh god, I don't know what session we got our quests. I wrote it down somewhere.
Well, I can recap, that's not a problem. The Master of Challenge did say that
Yes.
they needed a pack to go a bit out of the way to go fetch some sort of artifact or fetish from an old Garou that lives away from town. That is protecting some sept relic that they want back for some reason. He didn't elaborate, no one asked either. So technically, yeah, that might still be a thing.
We can do that after we eat.
Where's close to?
Klaus, what are you up to?
Klaus has, upon attempting to drink sort of the alcohol in various manners, has resorted to transforming just the hands and forearms, and maybe like part of the elbow of the front legs, to pick up a bowl or bottle, to drink. And it has sort of like chugged down the first drink quietly, sort of puts it down and goes, "Blech. Disgusting. Another." Anyway,
just to have it said, the drink Mäusepisse that Thorsten ordered is basically milk, hard grain alcohol, and vanilla.
That sounds disgusting, I want some.
Sounds
Yeah.
delicious. Yeah. And
Same.
it says, well, we can find out more about this old Garou and then track him down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you said milk mixed with all of that. I just remember a poster of someone that was like, oh, I mix milk with carbonated water for my cereal, and describe how it went, and then someone replied like, congratulations, you just unlocked the recipe, instant vomit.
He makes
Spoiled milk.
It's beautiful.
Cursed.
I mean, we basically know where that old Fiat lives. I'm pretty sure we got told like what township they in like kind of what corner. Just have to get there, but that's probably what we're gonna use Jakob's truck for, right?
Oh yeah.
Go on a little drive.
Now I remember. Okay.
I don't mind going for a drive.
I mean, you don't have to. Like looking at the tea, I don't think we're gonna drive tonight. Like you don't have to stay sober for this.
Oh, I know. Jacob
Okay.
says, failing to elaborate.
Thorsten will accept
So,
that.
with the questioning and answering of what alcohol is, and him accepting, sure, I'll try some. Does Moratz bring Alex anything?
Oh no, he's brought everyone everything, including the fish.
Nice.
Right, but does he bring him anything to drink? Is what I'm asking.
Oh yeah, he brought the same as Thorsten and Klaus.
Oh God. I think on that for a second.
Well, you can translate that into roleplay however you want, but I'll just state the mechanic and I'll let you shine. Subtract 1 from dexterity and intelligence dice boost for every 2 drinks worth of alcohol. And I'll let you have your fun with that concept. Is there anything of note that you would like to discuss beforehand?
I don't think so.
Yeah, the others can gladly chime in, I think.
So, I think we're gonna take a quick break right now. We're gonna take 10.
Alright.
And then when we're back, we're gonna unite the packs and have a bit more conversations about other stuff that are of note. So I will see you all in a bit.
ERB.
See ya.
Bye! Rah, rah.
We are back.
Wahoo!
Welcome back, everyone. Let me actually make a post about it because I was going to and I forgot. And I forgot.
Porgor.
Fogora.
Algor.
The Algora.
Algora? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds like some fucking like Captain Planet stand shit. My Algora is too strong.
Specific.
But it's also like written like aura in the end.
Exactly,
It's
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Algora.
that's what I meant, but that's great.
Actually, I don't want this. I don't want this song. It's gonna have water stuff, I feel like.
Waters.
Water.
It's because it's called Everdeep, the song. So I'm
Water?
assuming that it's gonna have like a underwater feeling. It's not what I want though. Where's my somber? Yep.
Lee needs to set the mood for when her NPCs come in. That is a mood.
Yep. Listen, I get to fucking act, so I have to make the most out of it.
My babies arrive. Let's go.
It's time to make them suffer all the background trauma. It's gonna be worth something. Alright, so the other 4 join you at the table, excusing themselves. Some of them have their own drinks. Karina has a drink and she's trying to still ease Wolfren into drinking. Surprisingly, both Hugin and Julian have just plain whiskey with them. I say as I finish my own whiskey.
I'm also not particularly surprised that the two of them would drink straight whiskey.
No, they have a lot going on. Also, there's stuff about Hugin, but that's gonna come later. Or when someone asks. It's gonna be
The
fun.
only reason someone would drink straight whiskey is because they have a lot going on, is what I'm hearing.
I don't know. I really
Well,
like the
Is
taste.
there
of
something
it.
you need to tell us?
Anyway.
No, see, all that Lee drinks is gay whiskey.
That is true. I can't say I drink a whiskey. My favorite drink is old fashioned. I can't say that.
I don't know.
I am boring. I am a grandmother.
I think that I will say I don't think that there's much more gay thing than something that was created by a straight man.
See, me and my
mean,
best
have you-
friend, we have this theory that straight man is a gay thing. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
elaborate.
Oh no! Oh, I've recently gotten on dating app, and one of the things that I've seen has been like things that I'm weirdly attracted to: straight men. And I'm like, that hurt. That I don't like that.
That's part of it. Anyhow,
Coming from a bisexual is not good.
no,
It's
not
weird.
really.
It makes me very uncomfortable. Anywho,
Yeah, don't go off with that. It's the worst
speaking of
thing you're gonna
bisexuals,
ever.
hey Torsten, how you doing?
What? Huh? Bro.
Bisexual.
So funny you ask, because Julian does interject.
He's not bisexual.
No, not really. I mean, actually, Julian is pan.
Oh, I thought he was gay. Okay.
No, he doesn't care. He's had girlfriends. Well, quote unquote girlfriends. He had flings. Hector is his first ever proper boyfriend, but that's a story for him to tell.
Man or
Man or
He is. But he does turn to Torsten like, so, you hunting up good? I know that was a lot back there. I've been in the same place, so yeah. If you ever need to talk about adapting to all this bullshit, I've been through that just a few months ago. Just wanted you to know that.
I will apologize for this, just like dipping.
Hey, you don't have anything to apologize for.
I do. We're all in a shitty situation. It's not just me. And you actually went through something like really, really rough, and I could have reacted way more empathetically.
Really, I wouldn't be proud of myself if I was the first few weeks. I mean, this mix of like the top of the world and the next moment the very bottom. Do you have people you like? Humans, I mean.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I had some friends before I came here.
And you wanna tell them?
I mean, for my very close friends, I think that is that dog is out of the bag. You can say it like that.
He raises an eyebrow.
I don't know if I don't think they would tell anyone else. Who fucking believes you? Like, hey, boy, wait, my fucking bandmate.
Are you saying
Sure.
they saw you transform or something? Or did you tell them before you came?
Oh no, they saw me. They saw me.
They won't remember.
They won't.
That's what happens to humans. When they see us in Krynos, delirium activates. They enter a manic state. It's a psychological fugue state. They enter literal animalistic fight or flight. What usually happens is that they just forget everything that happens. What sometimes happens is that they will rationalize what happened, but they still won't believe that they saw the best friend turn into a werewolf. They'll think something else very bad happened.
Oh, that also sucks quite a lot.
I mean, that's besides the point. I know. I wanted to tell him so bad at first. And then I didn't want to. Because I was terrified. This shit was gonna come after him, and it did. That was my fault. I was careless. And because he reacted well enough, and because it was just him, back the Sept Maiden. Well, it's hard to say the Sept made an exception. It was more the Keeper of the Land. She's in my uncle's pack, but it's not uncommon for werewolves to have a few humans to keep close contact of, but they usually just do that with kinfolk, because kinfolk are humans. They just know about us and they can know about us because they are part spirit as well. And we usually work with kinfolk to do all the human stuff that we can't do. Because they're already born into this and they're safer knowing anyway, so they might as well be given the option to help if they want to work with us. The ones that want to, anyway. Not all kinfolk are. Being kinfolk doesn't automatically make you sensible. I would know.
I mean, I guess I can imagine these bad people in every crowd, I assume.
It's not just bad people. It's fear. They can't understand what we're fighting. I mean, think about it. How hard it is for us who are fighting it, who can smell it, see the veins, to understand that we're fighting the worm and what this battle is, and how do you explain that to people who literally are incapable of seeing any of it, much less feeling it?
But how was you're born hermit, right?
Yeah?
How was your life before coming here?
Shit.
I don't know what accent I do. Yeah. So I can fucking imagine. Mine was too.
No.
And it
No,
always
no. You don't get it. I mean, I think you do, but for different reasons. I was robbed of this until I changed.
Robbed of what?
My parents are kinfolk. My mom knew. We come from a long line of werewolves. She didn't tell me. She didn't want to. You guys know my uncle is the Wormful, one of the prominent Garou Sept.
Yeah.
He was the one from their generation that turned. I guess Mom didn't. No one else did. I don't really know if my grandparents had siblings and others. I don't know if I have werewolf cousins. But, when they were young, when my uncle was, well, where we're at, Mom was the most supportive sister in the world. She would clean his wounds after tough missions. They would love to hear Grandpa tell stories about his father, who was a Fenris hero. And then she got pregnant with me. And something just snapped. She just decided that none of her children would change and they wouldn't have to fight. No matter how unreasonable it sounds, no matter how many spirits in Garou told her that my change was a certainty. My siblings probably won't. There's still doubt around that, but it's not likely, but mine was. Spirits could tell. And she thought she could just ignore it away. If she didn't acknowledge it, it wouldn't happen. I never fit in. The world around me was wrong. And from a small town like this in the middle of fuckwhere, there was little I could do. I couldn't understand why I just didn't belong. What's happening to me? What were these dreams? Just felt empty. And if my dad didn't go behind her back to tell my uncle, they wouldn't have seen my change coming and I would have killed 3 men that night. The only reason I didn't kill one of them, and he was hospitalized, is because my uncle was there to stop me. So even kinfolk can make mistakes, because at the end of the day, fear is just human nature. I can't... Of course I'm mad, but I can't blame her. Who wants to send their child off to war to fight the cosmic horrors and die? But I never felt more alive in my life than doing this, than being this. So, I don't know how much you can relate to that, and I hope you can, but even though it's tough, I wouldn't prefer how my life was before, because now I can do something about it. I've saved lives since turning. I fight because there are people who can't.
I'm sorry that all of that happened to you, and I'm glad that you found your way. Must be very, very hard. I cannot.
You're still finding
Imagine.
yours. We can't help with that.
I don't know. It's just even before you changed, didn't it always kind of feel like everything was just being alive was just fighting something you didn't understand?
Yeah. Exactly like that.
I always thought that was also a human thing. And it's just, I don't know, with whatever shit we build, we just made stuff that is too big for the actual, like, single humans to understand, and then, you know, just have to fucking fight against that to survive instead of fighting against the wilderness. And now, it turns out that all of that stuff is also being corrupted by some fucking evil entity that tries to doom the world and whatever.
Problem is that the people we could help, that would be on our side, like Hector, like probably your friends. They already are the people that came from the same place that we did, fighting against this corporate machine that we can barely comprehend and barely scratch. I mean, make a difference in a town, but to make a difference in the whole world, it's tough.
Yeah, but I mean, from what people have been telling me, we're looking, at apocalypse here, and we're looking at like, some small towns, some people get hurt. Like, at some point, someone has to save the world.
I agree, and that's what we're doing.
It doesn't feel like it.
Because it's small. If we
Yeah.
didn't do anything, those pharmacy workers would have all turned into Fomori. They would have been possessed. That girl you exorcised, basically, she would have died. She wouldn't even have an after. Her soul would have just been devoured. She would have been condemned to nothing. That's even worse than death. It's just oblivion. Forgotten. And Kempten is not even the worst place. But other things happen. The cairn we are protecting in the Sept is pure energy. If those Banes got a hold of that, this entire region, more than half of Black Forest, would just be a massive waste. Just a bog of filth. We're one of the places just breathing for this world. Black Forest is one of the hearts of this earth. We can't let it die. But we also fight for the people because we care about them.
I know. I understand that all of you and us now also are like doing good work. It's just so frustrating to know there is actually a thing, something that has a name now, something that apparently can like in some way think and want and control, and that is not just a thing that we can go and like kill.
Wolfren interjects. Do you know the story of the Black Spiral Dancers?
I don't.
I didn't want to assume.
Oh, you can just assume I don't know anything.
Well, I'll be glad to teach you. Kind of my job is to keep us moon. We tried once. I think more than once, but this one went worse. Way back in the past, before we can really remember as a society. There was a tribe from Scotland, from ancestral Scotland. The White Howlers. They decided, what are we doing? Why are we fighting the worm like this? We should descend the spiral, the worm's realm, and strike straight at its heart, fight it at home. If we cut the evil from its root, we kill it, we win. The entire tribe descended the black spiral. And they went insane. They couldn't reach the end. The ones who did die got so thoroughly corrupted, their white fur turned pitch black. Their blue markings of balefire, their figure twisted, pustules of venom and filth took over their body, their features became monstrous, and they emerged from the spiral, completely insane and possessed by the worm. They were cut off from the patron of their tribe, forced into a new tribal spirit, and they became black spiral dancers because they went so mad they danced the spiral in madness. And now they are our biggest enemies. They've actually raided this cairn before. They want to take it over to turn it into a worm pit and destroy this entire region. Because hubris, really. Forgot that a war is made by both bigger, greater fights and smaller fights. They got so over themselves, they thought they could do it on their own even, they didn't even ask for help. They met a fate worse than death because of it. Trigger happy is a word that I've been taught. But there are greater missions out there once we all get a bit more experience. I mean, you can go stop oil and drilling operations. We're all young to this. But I think there's gonna be a time where we're going to miss being this young and fighting such smaller battles. I mean, have you seen the battle scars on the elders?
I mean, yes, I have. Just... It doesn't feel like things are getting better, does it?
Julian takes a swig of his whiskey. Well, I for one am anticipating some. I could use a few more scars. Boys like it.
I already have a boy. Who are you trying to impress then?
Him.
Yeah, what? He already likes you. Well,
Oh, we can do better. Point is,
yeah,
we're gonna punch it until it gets better.
good.
Karina laughs, spoken like a true ghetto veterans. I agree though. I agree.
Well, it's that fucking easy, then we're just gonna stay around and punch stuff. We've been doing that pretty successfully, I'd say.
I mean, leave the healing for the bear.
Which he does very successfully. I'm pretty sure. Well, to be fair, last time I thought that Alex was gonna heal someone. He basically just said, well, to heal this person, we have to go there and beat the shit out of a weird fucking, like leech kind of thing.
Wait, what? You guys met a you guys met a leech?
Right?
What do you
Well,
mean?
met. It was over in like 10 seconds. We beat that, like, it was 3 solid hits.
You're talking about the Bane that was eating the girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's a different thing called a leech because I look like a leech.
You what? What do you mean?
Didn't it? Alex, Jakob, am I? Oh, super! It looked like a big, like round, like it was sucking himself full with stuff. Yeah.
Hugan interjects. Vampires. He means vampires.
Oh.
That's
Oh.
our slang for vampires.
Wait.
We call them leeches.
Give me a say, are they real?
Yeah, didn't you hear Eyes Across the Web? They were, apparently there was some of them that were working with the Hydge 40 years ago.
I
we
thought there
burned
was
them
some
all.
sort of. I thought it was some sort of weird joke.
No, there's actual vampires. My tribe has a generational conflict with them, and it's not even the worst. I mean, ask the Silence Riders. But back in our homelands, we were fighting a specialty brand. I mean, I've never seen them, but my elders told me about them. The can't fucking recall what they're named. Just know they are vampires who do flesh crafting bullshit and make monsters to fight
Yeah.
us. Nasty shit what they do to the small villages.
Oh. So I can just assume that most of the weird, like mythical shit I've heard about is real at this point. Yeah.
He shrugs, probably. All human myths came from some place of truth. Even if they don't understand it. I mean, the werewolf myths they have is technically your fault. So,
Yeah. If Mundus was here, that would make it very happy. Probably.
well, there's always next time.
Mm. But yeah. I mean, thanks for checking up on us. How are you doing? How was stuff on your end?
Karina, Julian, and Hugan just exchange looks like... just very tired workers. It was very difficult to trick them into a purifying rite. We might have... he looks at Julian. Oh, right. Yeah, we stole everything and burned it in the Umbra. There were a few Banes after that. We only brought a few bottles. We burned the rest. We thought, you know what? Shouldn't risk it.
Makes sense.
I mean, we also figured that if the stock just mysteriously vanished from one second to the next, that would generate an internal business crisis and it might shut down or something like that. That'd have been rash.
I mean, they all felt very rash.
Wait, you burned all the medicine?
well, we brought some for ice. We burned the
But-
rest. I mean, till we close them down, they're still gonna sell it. Right? I mean, there's still the stock up front, but
Right, but there was still good medicine.
there's other pharmacies in town. They're not the only ones.
I just can't. Why would you burn good medicine? I understand wanting to expunge the bad stuff.
I mean, we
But
couldn't tell which one
how
was
did you-
good or not, so we couldn't risk it.
Exactly what I'm saying. Why would you? But why would you?
Listen,
Complete
it's
what
a
is-
small sacrifice to make sure that the bad ones aren't gonna do all the harm that they can do. Like I said, there's other pharmacies. It's people are not gonna be lacking this medicine. They just won't be able to buy it at this specific one. Oh, by the way, did anyone else saw the thing about sleeping pills at the front, those signs? The clerks
yeah.
asking about that. What the fuck was that about?
Apparently people bought a whole bunch of sleeping pills. That's why they had to like limit access to them.
Karina leans forward, but that doesn't make sense. What, are you telling me the whole of Kempten is having insomnia?
Well, I don't know. Seems like a very sleepy town, to be honest.
I mean, sleeping meds would mean they're not sleeping.
God damn it, just let me make my joke. It's rude.
Hugan just looking down at his glass, just swirling it in his hand. Has anyone has had bad dreams?
Has anybody had that?
I'll leave that answer up to you.
Hmm.
Not since joining the SAP.
Yeah, I've been mostly decent, I think. Remember most of my dreams.
I have had
Uh,
dreams. Oh, sorry, Jakob.
Jakob just says, I sometimes remember stuff I did in my dreams, for better or worse.
I have had dreams, different ones to usual, but well, not so much different, just more. My head feels sick. And sort of almost drops, almost tips over a bottle. With sort of turning around. It says, but I would not say they are bad as such. There are bad things, but they don't end badly.
I see. Sorry, theurge
They end
instinct.
with they end with regrowth, fertilizer.
Oh, you kill stuff.
Yes,
Yeah, I love when you say that.
yes.
Jordan was like, I thought you had a problem with the violence.
Just
Thought you had a problem with the violence.
Klaus totally kills things that's supposed. I also will kill people. Like, I have a problem with violence against things that don't need to die.
Oh, that's fine though.
I have dreams that well, I am in the forest. But it is different. It is more. There is something out there that is calling to me. That has a need, a hunger, a thirst. Trees, the very ground itself. It needs more. It does not just want to be free, but it needs to expand, to grow. And so I hunt for it. I kill those that would harm it. And I feed them. I feed them to the grounds. I can't. It's hard to describe.
You're a wolf. That is likely just the wild and griffin, likely even Gaia. Those dreams are expected.
It's different. It's more. I don't.
He raises an eyebrow. More?
I feed. And through me, this thing feeds. I become its claws, its mouth, its teeth, its stomach. And always, every time there is more blood, more flesh, bones. It feels like I am not myself. Or maybe more myself than I've ever been. It calls to me.
I mean, it sounds weird, but it doesn't sound particularly bad, I guess.
No.
Like if Gaia just really wants you to fertilize the earth with bad people, like,
You just see Hugin sniffing towards you. Tilts his head. That could just be the wild. Just speaking to you. I don't think it's something, well, I guess malice is a matter of perspective. The wild can grow uncontrollable, but I don't think you're tainted. I think it's the worm influencing you that could be a call to arms by Gaia, for all I know.
Again, I don't feel it is bad. It is just more. I've had these dreams since I was a pup. Since I was a pup. And it's just become more.
Well, it's not a worm thing, but he frowns and looks straight at you. Maybe you should control that hunger. Be it the wild or the worm, anything in excess is a problem. Excess tends to destruction, even if it's creative.
Klaus just turns back to their drink and stares into it whilst... Yeah.
I mean, if you're asking like that, do you guys have any weird, like, worm-esque dreams? Or are you asking?
They all exchange looks. Wolfren shakes his head. Not that I remember. Grin also shrugs, like, I mean, not outside of the ordinary. I mean, we all remember some shit we don't want to. Julian just nods. Hugin stares at his glass when you say that. You see his grip tighten around it.
I mean, it's fine. It's not like you control your dreams. Which would probably be a good thing to talk about.
Unrelated. It's...
Yeah.
Night terrors, it's unrelated. Just might be a Chronosport condition. It doesn't really matter to this discussion. Just I have nightmares. That's always been a thing. Chronic nightmares. Besides the point, dreams are... You see he is purposefully just... No, we are changing subject.
Okay.
He is
Can
like,
I
we
make
are
an
not
empathy on
allowed...
that?
He is... what?
Can I make an empathy on that?
Sorry, I could not under...
Can I make some kind of check on that to see if I can glean
I mean, anyone who wants to can make an empathy plus wits roll. This.
100%.
But he
Tell me
is
what's
like...
wrong.
But he is like, what I mean is... Dreams can often... Well, as a tier, dreams are... usually how we understand the world. They are prophetic messages. Just omens. A lot of theurgists receive revelations and prophecies through dreams. We might not all be dreaming right now as Garou, but if humans aren't sleeping or are dreaming before even we do, and we are the spiritual ones, then it means something really has gone wrong and is affecting them. But if it is happening, that would also imply it would eventually reach us inevitably, because we are attuned to the spiritual world. But to hit them first, well, there's a few explanations, none of them are good.
I mean,
So
how
I
would we
don't-
get to that? And how would we get to that information?
I guess
Not
we'll
like we
just
go around.
have to ask. He looks over to Julian, who nods. I'll have Hector ask around. He hasn't told me about any weird dreams, but I'll ask him as well.
Nice. Good to have a man on the inside.
I don't remember him saying anything. Although, now that I think about it, he did mention something. He's always complaining about his parents. I mean, they don't even know we're dating. I don't think they like me. Probably because they think I'm making their son a fag, and I am. But now that I think about it,
Oh, be careful on Twitch, please.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do not like this us.
they can fight me. First of all, I'm queer Twitch, suck my... And also, this is in-character roleplay, whatever. Also,
Fair enough.
he just goes like, now that I'm really thinking about it, I think he mentioned something about his mom being moodier than usual because she hadn't been sleeping well. Like, just complaining about poor sleep and stuff. So it might be onto something. I mean, either the medicine from the pharmacy was causing, I don't know, maybe insomnia side effects, or it's not that, is it? It would be too easy if it was that. Something else going on, isn't there? It's always something else. It's always the worst third option.
So it's an evil sleep spirit or whatever.
Or, I guess in this case, an evil wakes.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Does this sound like something that might have come about in Alexander's lessons and
Before I
learnings?
reply to that, so I don't forget, for your empathy rolls, you
Yeah.
both realize that the topic of nightmares is incredibly... By the looks of it, when he says, like, oh yeah, I have nightmares, it seems Hugin does not sleep in his life. Not peacefully, at least. It seems like there is an actual, like, unrelated to anything, deeply rooted personal trauma, like, oh yeah, this man has chronic nightmares and night terrors.
Baby, man. I feel so bad for Hugin all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Alexander can do an occult plus intelligence.
Ooh.
Also, with 2 empathy, you all can tell that interaction between Hugin and Klaus didn't exactly sit right. You can't tell what exactly, but it seems Klaus is hiding something, and it seems Hugin picked up something.
Oh, with Klaus.
Fail.
It seems that interaction about hunger, like, seems something was not right.
Oh.
You can't tell what, but there was something implied there that you might not be 100% sure. And, well,
It is a mystery.
you don't know about dream demons, Alexander, but you can always ask Hugin. He's also Theurge.
True. Is there anything that would be keeping people awake like this, Hugin?
He shrugs. Well, there's a couple. Well, on the worm side, I guess there are nightmare banes. The wild has some of those too. The dream is more of a realm of the wild, really, but even the weaver can feed from that. There is something called the dreaming. I know very little about it. That's more of a Skysonger area of expertise. I guess the warden could tell you that. Marduk knows this stuff. He giggles. They're phase stuff, though. They're not something we usually deal with. I don't think they're Fey folk in town. I don't think that we're talking about chimeras here. We would have noticed if there are a bunch of chimeras around, I think. So it could be something spiritual in the area is interfering with the human subconscious, or there is a spirit that is or a group of spirits that is predating on human dreams. Yeah, that could be it. Or there's a vampire hiding in town, feeding from everyone during the night, and no one's getting sleep because they're anemic. But I think we would have already burned the guy if there was anyone doing this. My bet, there is something out of sync around Kempten. I've been feeling weird for a while. The air feels different. Spirits have been acting a bit more cryptid than there already are, which is a lot. I just feel like there is something going on that isn't in full force yet for us to see. And I don't know what that is or how we're gonna deal with it when he hits. I don't know if it's the worm, I don't know if the Weaver's trying to claw inside such a small rural town, I don't know if the wild's gone out of control. But I bet there's something. It's like the world's gone wrong.
What are you saying?
If there is something, then that means that something can be done about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's more about how much is gonna fucking hurt to solve it.
I mean, we just agreed on it. If there's a problem, we can probably punch it until it's gone.
Yeah. Hope y'all find Scar sexy just as much as Julian does.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? We have to keep our eyes open, and if any of you have dreams that feel like omens, that felt spiritually different, that touch upon your rage or hypnosis, do talk to your Tierge there. If I can call a girl that, he points to Alexander. And if any of you and even Alex has any questions or need help, we're all here. We should all work together.
I'll
help
ask
each
Helena
other.
too. I'll ask Helena too.
Oh, on that matter, I absolutely would like to ask her too. If we could ever visit.
Yeah. We should bring it up.
I mean, maybe we can find the Raven Lady Romana. They seem to be like kind of all over
She
town.
jumps
Maybe.
in Corvid form
Oh,
in the middle
Christ,
of the
you're still here.
table.
You're still here. Right.
By the way, she was
Butt
there
attack.
the entire time. She was just in Raven form, not talking. She was there the entire time.
Yeah, how
Raven
perceptive.
jumps
God. Okay,
You
here.
say
That's
her
good.
name,
Hi.
she jumps forward and looks at you and go, "Gwa."
Gwa, what's up? You have your eyes all over town, don't you? Have you noticed anything weird about the people? You're at night. A lot of people being awake, a lot of lights on in the windows.
She does the very bird-like, various like head twitches and adjustments, looking at you from various angles, and goes like, in that very like mimic cry voice, "Sleepless, sleepless."
Yeah. Ugh. I guess it is something.
Maybe we should have our Raven.
Sorry.
Maybe should
Maybe
our
we should
Raven
have-
what?
Maybe we should have our Raven poke around to see if he finds anything.
You see Ramona's head goes down for a moment as if she's concentrating, and then she goes back up and she's still in Raven form, but she starts speaking. It's a bit jagged and coarse and difficult, but you see as she goes, "Well, they're humans. They've been sleeping. Dreams. Sure, dreams. I think they've been having nightmares, or I don't think they remember. No one's sleeping well. They all won't sleep. They're dream spirits. There might be. Did they get their dreams stolen? Or their sleep? Where do we go when we fall asleep?
To bed, hopefully.
But that's just your body.
Yeah. My mind stays in my body too. Oh.
You would think that.
Yeah, I would. I don't like how cryptic y'all are. Just trying to scare me.
Hugin just has the most done face ever. No, she's a Corax. I think she...
Where?
And to reply your answer, we go to the dreaming. That's not a puzzle.
If it is dreams that we want to see, I can help.
Oh, you know how to do that. That's fascinating. I've always wanted to learn that. Talking about dreamwalking, aren't you?
Not as such. And I've got the talisman dedication. And Klaus will kind of make a movement in the sort of noise, like it's about to like throw up, like a.
Oh no!
And when it opens its mouth, there's a small shimmering pearl on its tongue, which it drops on the table. And it is the Dream Stealer talisman.
Hugin's just staring like that's how you chose to unfuse it from yourself. And there is that moment of silence that lingers, and then Ramon is still with their raven voice goes, "Disgusting! Disgusting!"
I don't have pockets.
I thought it was cool and very nasty.
But yes.
He reaches a hand and goes like, "May I?"
Of course.
He grabs, he analyzes it, he nods his head. Let's see. This is not his sheet. It's about to ask why your coat was so low, it was not his. Alright. Oh! And how did you get that? It's fascinating fetish. Dream Stealer.
I have strange dreams.
Well, you've said. I guess it's understandable.
But anyway, if you place it near someone when they are asleep, and then activate it, then look into it, I should be able to see what they are dreaming. If we can find one of these sleepless people that they are having the nightmares, then I may be able to see it.
Julia, what do you think is the likelihood of us sneaking into your boyfriend's mom's bedchambers?
Well, I was about to suggest, so...
Yes, uninvited sleepover. Yes.
Uninvited sleepover.
Oh, Hector's gonna be thrilled. Not his parents,
we went from
but he's gonna be
kidnapping a
thrilled.
woman to invading another woman's home. Let's go.
Don't worry, I am very sneaky. And as Klaus says this, is definitely going to turn around, like, I'm very sneaky, and then knocks over a bottle. Oh no.
Moritz just not screams, but says loudly from the bar, this floor seems worse.
Just very sadly, like, oh, now I stink.
Well, well,
Now I
I was already gonna stopped by to bring him to my place anyway tonight, so I guess we're having some changes of plans. He is going to skin me alive. That's gonna be fun. Yeah.
That's a weird.
Gonna make it
Nice.
a slumber party. Listen,
Let's
I
go.
might be a werewolf, but I don't want to make that man angry. Especially when it starts arguing French. I don't speak French, so that's rude. Does that because he knows I can win.
Is your boyfriend French?
So is the Sen, he speaks French too.
Ah.
What is a friend?
Oh, yeah, that.
Oh no! I know this one. They
Yeah?
are. Yes, I heard the hikers talking about them. They are
Careful.
people. They
Julian says that. Julian says that. That is
They
in
eat
character.
long bread. I don't know
Mhm.
what bread is, but they eat it. It's called a baguette.
Yeah.
Julian blinks. That's what the hikers are saying about the French?
Well, they said they do other things with the baguettes.
No, we're not getting into that.
I was also
Anyway.
thinking that the hikers will be talking about Frenching, to be fair.
Yeah, no, let's, so anyway, we can do that. Don't need to do a full sleepover, I don't want to get in trouble, but we can
We can
sneak...
French?
He looks at Hugin directly, the brain cell of his pack, and is like, why am I the smart one tonight?
You're just a loud one.
You are correct. Yeah, we can sneak in when both of them have gone to bed, which is gonna be soon. They don't sleep very late. Probably better to not let all his folk see us. Oh, don't want the headache. Just sneak in. Claws can activate the fetish, and we can do that.
I mean, maybe some of us could go there, like in the Umbra, if there's some spirits hanging out there.
Ooh, that's a good idea. That way, there's not as many of us in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be easy to sneak in through the penumbra. And then we can do something after. I mean, don't think there's any parties going on. Oh, have any of you guys gone to the punk bar this year? Well, I say bar, it's a bit of a water hole. Underground shit.
I have one here.
It's the shittiest place in town. It's wonderful.
Fuck yeah.
So what?
We're gonna do that. After we steal some dreams. Hector can fetch the talisman back in the morning, give it to me, and I give it back to Claus, and easy peasy.
Alex, it is basically this place, but it's probably louder and smells worse. It's wonderful.
Oh no, it's much louder.
Fuck yeah.
Much louder. Smell, well, we're wolves, so... Oh, you're a bear, that's... Oh, I'm so sorry.
What?
Then again, I guess... Never mind. Don't
Why
worry
are
about
you
that.
apologizing to me for being here?
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm sorry that you are going to smell the things you're going to smell. Your nose is better than ours.
What?
Don't worry about that. It's
What's wrong
inevitable.
with the smell? Things are allowed to be stinky. That's okay.
Julian just extends his hand and gives a pat to Torson's back.
Hey,
Orstons.
to mine? What did I do? Oh, we're going, yeah.
I mean,
What-
to the humans, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Torsten doesn't stink. He smells correct.
We are wolves. Of course, we like both how you and he smells. So that's not a problem.
Yeah, things are allowed to stink.
Torsten blushes.
Oh,
Honestly, the most backwards fucking compliment. But it
Yeah.
was a compliment. It's like, you're stinky. I mean, I love that, but other people are not gonna like that. I'm just pointing out.
This thing, like, obviously, everyone in this hot friend group thinks that's awesome. Like
the people at the punk bar are not gonna like it, but I love it. Like, this fucking guy.
There's some people who like smelly people.
There are, I met them.
Hell yeah.
I've met
No
them.
shower gang.
So yeah, I think this is where we wrap things up. You're going to do a little sneaky. You're probably gonna party the rest of the night out, and then the next day gonna figure out if there's something going on, revisit the sept, maybe even go fetch a fetish from an old lady, which is a statement.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Healing old lady kings.
Just as a finishing, just one final note. Drunk Klaus would suddenly insist that that they sleep in a pile, possibly on top of Torsten's bed in his room, because it's an enclosed space, so it won't smell wrong.
That's fair. So
I would also like to posit, just for scene set dressing, that Alexander also insists on sleeping in Torsten's room.
Yeah.
Because he's still,
I mean, I saw that coming from a mile away, but anyway.
Sad.
Sure.
He needs a friend.
Yeah. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah,
It's a platonic adult sleepover.
it is.
Oh, I am very platonic with my friends with benefits. Don't worry about that.
Oh, yeah, same. I don't gotta...
Yeah,
Anyway,
the benefits are a massive space heater bear that you can cuddle with. What's wrong
Absolutely.
with that?
You got
We've
it. You've got a
discussed this-
point.
We've discussed this multiple times. Torsten's not gonna do anything with Klaus. Klaus is gonna come with him to the punk bar and help him get bitches. Sorry for saying it like that.
Exactly.
I wasn't going to actually run the punk bar as a scene, but now that you said it, it's mandatory. I need to see this happen.
Hell yeah.
That was
I
more
gotta-
fluff than anything. That can be a play-by-post thing, actually, depending
Yeah,
on
It could
for
be a
pacing of the
play-by-post.
net. We could do a play-by-post.
100%, please.
Yeah, I think it's better as a play-by-post. We'll do that.
Hell yeah.
This is going to be wonderful. So, as always, I'd like to thank all of my beautiful players for participating tonight, for being here, for being so wonderful and having such great characters. And also would like to say thank you very much to all of you who watched us, both live and recorded on YouTube. Thank you so much. I hope we keep you around for the next few, that you see this story unfold over the next few weeks. A reminder for those watching us on YouTube that you can catch us live on Twitch every Wednesday. It's 8 p.m. Universal Time. You can catch all relevant links to this game and my socials in the description of the YouTube video. Same goes for people on Twitch. You can find all relevant links and other stuff in the right below the stream in the description of Twitch. And a link to Coffee to donate if you're interested in supporting me as a storyteller. And, as always, thank you. Have a good rest of your week. Have a good night. And I'll see you all in the next one. A good night.
Bye!
Bye.
No!